Hello, everybody. Welcome into day 3 of Kenshi as an unfair horror game. It's good to have you, whether you're here on Twitch, here on YouTube, watching the VOD after. Thank you for being a part of stream, however you choose to do so. The interesting news today is that this mod list has now been made a collection on Steam. So I will put a link on the YouTube in the pinned comment to the collection if you are a Kenshi player and you want to play along and try the mod list out for yourself. It is still a work in progress. We may have things that are edited, changed, added, or removed throughout the playthrough as we find how these things interact with each other. And we actually have a viewer, Crazed Owl, who is working on a couple of small mod fixes and patches for the list currently. So those, at least one of those mod fixes has already gone into the collection. More may come. But welcome in, everybody. Good to have you on Twitch. Hello to Trans Tanky Girl, who grabbed the first redeem today, and Nocturne Forever. So yes, for anybody who might be new to this, if you're catching this series for the first time over on YouTube, you will find a pinned comment with the entire playlist, all of the VODs, and then if we make a video out of it, which I definitely want to, that will also be in the playlist when that happens if you're finding this down the road. If you're new to Kenshi, Kenshi is an open world sandbox game that basically gives you little direction except to do what you will and exert your will on an unforgiving world. We have amplified that. We have removed the clickable map. We have made the nights darker, and we have unleashed horrible monstrosities upon the world. So that's enough introduction, enough stalling before I get into this, because once again, we do play this permadeath, no reloads, except for bugs and glitches. So what happens, happens, and we tell our story in this horrible, horrible world. We have started as freedom seekers in the hub, which is kind of the game's introductory town, where there is not a lot of resources and safety, and in fact, the mist ghouls that we've added can basically overrun the hub. So this little safety zone that we've been in could fall at any time. Cemetery Chick, hello, good to see you. I made a new horror section in the Discord, well, for horror games. I put one in there that I'm looking at that I want to play, Angels in Orbit. That looks pretty cool from the trailer. Okay, here we are in the hub. It is 3 in the afternoon, so we have a little bit of daylight. Who's under attack already? Hanged Man, oh, is fighting a dust bandit. Okay. Interesting. I want to see if we have looted this dead mist fiend here, because that is a good source of money for us. The one upside to the monstrosities we have added to the world is that we can sell their heads as trophies for some reason. In this case, we're just going to take and sell their armor. Man, we haven't really gotten a good close-up of their face, have we? Look at that. Smile. All right, so eventually we will want to make our own sort of settlement. Right now we're making do with a couple of buildings that we've grabbed in the hub. Got some people resting up, that's fine. Chiquito, welcome in. Good to have you. You see Pussifer soon. Very nice. I still got to listen to their new album again. Normal Isn't or something like that. All right, so let's see. The problem is trying to find them something useful to do during the day without dying. Well, during the day is actually easier than during the night. The nighttime is scary. Got dust bandits over there. What if we take Wheat Straw and Lockjaw and send them out to go try to get some training against some dust bandits? So basically in Kenshi, you get stronger by losing fights without dying. The difficulty that this mod has added is being able to take those fights without dying, because we have some pretty horrible creatures roaming around now. Hey, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Welcome in. We're just gonna take all this stuff, all the valuable stuff off this bowman. Oh, and Wheat Straw needed some toothpicks, so that will be good. If Wheat Straw can get some more. Yeah, so for anybody new here, we do Kenshi every Saturday and Sunday, and I have a good number of long-form Kenshi videos as well on the channel. So if Kenshi's your game, we've got a lot for you. Can't afford that. Wow, I didn't realize toothpicks were so expensive. That was all of my money. All right. And so essentially, we're trying to find a way to raise their combat stats so that they have even a chance in hell of being able to leave the immediate hub area and survive. These ghoul hunters? They are ghoul hunters. I don't know what happened to our dust bandits that we saw. Shout out to Kenshi though for increasing the aerial view. Why did I send everybody to do that again? What is Hanged Man doing? Most everybody's pretty well rested up, so that's okay. I know what the problem is. I'm so used to hitting the squad select because I only do either a solo character or a whole squad that I want to move at the same time. Really, if I wanted to prevent that problem, I would go ahead and make these two their own squad, but... Another good option for us if we can get ahead on money a little bit is sending some people to Squin to buy us some weapons and armor. Right now, we basically are using whatever we can scavenge and scrap by on, and it's just not that good. It's better than when we started, but it's not that good. Also, Wheat Straw with a toughness of 24 is not amazing, not as fast as a solo character would level, but once again, better than when we started. Toughness is the skill that really keeps you alive in this game. It's amazing how every corner of this game can be full of hostile enemies until you want to intentionally pick a fight. And then they are all on vacation. I'm gonna say that, and we're gonna get ambushed by a Mystical squad or something. Just you watch. Who I would like to fight are Hungry Bandits, Dust Bandits. If we were a little stronger, I might take on those Garu. But even as herbivores, they're going to be quite scary. And you know what? It's getting dark. It's 8 p.m. Let's keep them close by and look for a fight close to home. We should be thankful for these quiet moments. I suppose if we really wanted to pick a fight, we could start some copper mining, because that is always when you get attacked. That was a mist ghoul, I think. Okay, here's some dust bandits. But who was that limping by like Bigfoot? Well, no time to think too hard about that. Alright, Wheat Straw, Lockjaw, you got this. Show me what you're about. Wheat Straw just shot Lockjaw in the back. Now, it may look like we're losing this fight. That's because we are losing this fight. His foot big, indeed. Wheatstraw's actually got some pretty nasty blood loss going on. It's healing up a little, but... we might actually have to have someone come save him from the blood loss. We'll see. Okay, so all told, a couple ranks of defense and toughness. They did gain from that fight. All right, we're gonna get Ash to pick up Wheat Straw and Manhattan to pick up Lockjaw and bring them back to base. They're not moving. Come on, y'all. We want to do this before the sun goes down too much. Actually, by the time they get here, Wheat Straw may be up and able to carry Lockjaw. We'll see. We'll see if this stomach wound doesn't deteriorate too much. We'll get Manhattan and Ash to stay home. I think Wheat Straw can take them both back. Ooh, it's getting dark. All right, y'all head home. Wheatstraw's going to be slow doing this, but be gaining some good strength XP. Gonna park here for a lurk. Thank you, Dilly. Good to see you. Is he already up one level of strength? Strength does a couple of things for you. It obviously determines how much you can carry without being encumbered. It also increases blunt damage and melee damage, and it increases your blood amount. As you gain more strength, your total amount of blood will actually increase. You're never gonna know what's around the corner in the night here. Posit the other way around is true. You become stronger as you acquire more blood. More blood equals more hydraulic power. I feel like there was an anime with that concept. Acquiring blood to become more powerful. And I'm not just talking about vampires, although that too. Alright, we're gonna get everybody patched up here. Ooh, Lockjaw's right leg was pretty severely injured. Be surprised if you survive the night with that wound. We got this. Feels pretty Invader Zim. Didn't they do that bit, but with organs? Yes. A healthy human has organs, therefore a human with more organs is more human and healthier. Also, I'm pretty sure that was the episode where somebody got head pigeons. There was a serial killer inspired by that episode of Invader Zim? I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. How's the food barrel looking? We got a decent amount of food. I didn't even realize we had a little outhouse here. I think if you send somebody to the outhouse, it counts them as idle, and they use less hunger. Yeah, hunger rate 59%. So, yep. If you want somebody to eat less food, send them to the outhouse. Any seat works. It doesn't have to be an outhouse. The ghouls are still roaming. They are, but I feel like because we haven't left this cell, new squads of them have not spawned in. So my working theory right now is that they have been They've either wandered off or they've been killed by ghoul hunters, and I haven't reset this load zone for new squads to spawn in. I may have to play around with the squad spawning numbers. All right, now here's the problem is, what do we do in the night? I mean, it's already like 4 a.m., so it's about to be ready, or about to be, you know, the sun coming back up. It's thankful that nights are short in Kenshi. Oh! Where did this bone dog come from? Let's see here. This is a threat to everybody. All right, well, we can cook some of this meat. I don't know if I've ever seen a bone dog attack the hub. Sell off this leather and animal teeth. Oh, another bone dog. This one's nomads, though. So we'll leave that one alone. Oh, yeah, I know how to select all members in the squad. I just didn't necessarily want to wake up... Like, Lockjaw had pretty grievous wounds, so I didn't want to wake him up necessarily and have him maybe lose a limb to the bone dog. There's a splint kit here. Somebody should grab that. Everybody got a little beat up. That's what happens. Alright, where are we at on the research? We're still at the point where books will help us do a lot of stuff if we have book money. Oh, that's right. Brew was supposed to be giving out sandals. Sandals help athletics. They also increase attack speed. Going down here. Jigard. What killed this holy citizen? Is anything crazy yet? Not yet. In fact, we were talking, I think the mist ghouls are kind of not really spawning in this area because I haven't left it. We're just kind of doing some training and stuff right now. Calm before the storm. Hello, you're new here. What is the plan of this campaign? Survive the horrible monstrosities. Build a base to help us survive the horrible monstrosities. Fully explore the newly modified Dead Mist Plains, which is a terrifying overhaul of Leviathan Coast. Should be funny when you get to the point where you aggro ghouls onto Holy Nation territory to see how long they'd last. Needs electricity. Oh, I didn't realize that a research bench level 2 needed power. What is Brew doing? Going to bed. Oh, that's right. We're allied with the Shinobi. We need to make some money. Down out here. Anything? You've got a bounty. What did you do? He keeps trying to attack but can't because his arms are crippled. So I guess the guard keeps, like, voiding his attack instruction. I don't know, it's weird. Who's this? Escaped servant. Oh, that crossbow, maybe? Oh, it's a spring bat. I think we should stick with what we have for now, but we'll sell it. A little bit of money. So why is there a nomad bone dog out here, but I don't see any nomads? Did they all get eaten? You ghoul hunters? You are ghoul hunters. The ghoul hunters may surprisingly be a little overpowered. What kind of activity can we take on here? I know, copper mining is boring and lame, but hear me out. We just got to get ourselves off the ground here. And it's probably going to lead to interesting combat encounters anyway. A good start. Yeah, it'll be good for Brew's strength, since we want Brew to be our martial artist anyway. You know what? Let's get Lockjaw on that too. I know your leg's a little injured, but what's better for an injured leg than hard work? Nothing, I tell you. Alright, so we got those two going on some copper mining. So it occurs to me that leaves me nobody that can get into Holy Nation territory without a lot of trouble. Any of them going to use heavy weapons? I think Lockjaw for sure. Hanged Man, I think, is going to be more of, like, sabers. Just like a real-life employer. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna need you to come in. No, nope, doctor's note won't help. No, you see, we are short-staffed. No, I know you're not on the schedule, but listen. The cow already called out. So what's going on with the escaped servants? It seems like one of them committed a crime, and then they have all kind of supported each other and tried to help out, and now they're all criminals. Hey, Uncle John, welcome in, Raiders. How you doing? Good to have you. Let's see what you were playing today. I know you're a Fallout enjoyer. Let's see what you got going on. Kingdom Hearts. Okay, very cool. Feel free to tell us about yourself. Thank you for the raid. Raiders, I'm Ad Noctum. I'm a streamer on Twitch and YouTube. I play a variety of games, but I like sandbox games and open world RPGs and things of that nature. Today we're playing Kenshi, which I play every Saturday and Sunday, and we have modded it into a horror game with darker nights, no map, and horrible monstrosities wandering about. So that's what we're doing today. Welcome on in. Good to have you. Go see if the Shinobi have anything interesting for us to buy now at this level. They might have some stuff for us in the 1,000 cat range. Play open world RPGs mostly, playing your all-time favorite game since it went on sale at long last. Very cool. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts in quite some time. We have 1,200 cats. Hey, Todd, welcome in. For a little bit more money, we could get a thieves backpack. Once you beat Kingdom Hearts, then you'll be doing your first ever playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 2. Oh, very nice. I hope you enjoy the series. Not played Kingdom Hearts in over 25 years, but it's like riding a bike. I believe I got one for my 10th birthday, and I'm 30. Oh, wow, they're selling the blueprint for the blackened chain hive shirt. They do sell stuff at a decent price. I'm tempted to get an armored hood. Maybe for Brew. Brew is still hanging in there. Yeah, somehow. Now that you said that, I don't know what is going to come of him. But oh, that's right. Brew's out here copper mining. The black rag shirts basically do nothing for armor. Yeah, we can at least get people some thieves backpacks. Well, let's get Hanged Man and Armored Hood. It'll be a good start. Good coverage. I have horror mods installed for this playthrough. Yes. I'll show you real quick. Basically, Grieve Wraiths, Foul Hounds, Mist Ghouls, Mist Ghoul Faction, no map. So this is what our map looks like. I have darker nights. So not only is there no map, but it is too dark to navigate at night. You ghoul hunters, who are you? A smaller group of ghoul hunters. What kind of monster is worse than a beak thing? Mist ghouls and foul hounds and grieve wraiths. For some reason, they're not really spawning in this area while I haven't left it, but I would love to show you one. Maybe if we run towards Squin. Today I did Wonderland, the introduction to the Colosseum, Deep Jungle, and a bunch of catch-up stuff in Traverse Town. Tomorrow you plan on doing Eternity in the Colosseum and at least 2 more worlds. Very nice. Quick pace. Lanterns do still exist, yes, and I actually have a mod that puts lanterns in travel shops. So I've made the lanterns a little more accessible. But that still has the downside of lowering your sneak. Oh, and I removed the detection arrows when you're sneaking. So when something sees you, this will still turn red, but it won't tell you where it's coming from. Which is very unnerving in the dead of night. Average is what, 2 hours a world? Yeah, that sounds about right. Now, the ideal thing is if we can find some mist ghouls already engaged in combat with ghoul hunters. Pop some heads off. These are hungry bandits here. The arrow thing is the most horror thing you mentioned so far, like feeling seen by something and not knowing who. Well, trust me, at night, it is a combination of that and the darkness. Because even with a lantern, you can only see, like, this far around you. So you'll just be walking in the night and things pop out. Ghoul hater. Well, these are very different ghouls. I would love to show them off. I don't know. Like, the first day we streamed this, they were everywhere. And now today, they're on hiatus. We're letting Ash here get some training against the hungry bandits. We're like the paranormal type of ghoul. They're more like a human genetic experiment gone wrong that roams the mists and eats people alive. In the original game, they're just legends. They're not real, sort of. This mod makes them real and very terrifying. Ooh, that's minus 32. I think we'll need someone to come pick up Ash from the recovery coma. But believe it or not, that's how you get stronger in this game. We went from 17 toughness to 21. Actually, I think 15 to 21. Get Hanged Man out here to come pick up. And Brood, you have a full inventory yet? You do. And what's Lockjaw doing? Lockjaw is resting. They don't seem to like leaving the base on pickup orders. Hello, follower of Clay. Welcome in. I guess Manhattan was fully rested up and could have done the rescue. This game, RTS, like Age of Empires, it's kind of on the line between RTS and RPG. So you can play with one character, you can play with up to 30 characters, or you can mod it and you can play with up to 256. But yeah, it's like you don't directly control combat, but you control like how they fight and the weapons they use and that sort of stuff. So it's got a blend. Hey, Minstrel, welcome in. First time catching stream. Watching your first playthrough on episode 8 of the VODs. Oh, very cool. Thank you for keeping up with the first playthrough. There's a lot of VOD to go. So I appreciate you popping in and checking it out. And maybe we'll see you on the newer series sometimes as well. Now, normally in Kenshi, what I would do is just open the map and click on the town where I want Hanged Man to run back. Can't do that. So we gotta physically click in the world, which means when it gets dark, which is real soon, if you don't already know where you're going, all hope is lost. But right now, we're just trying to get the most basic combat stats trained up so that people are less likely to die. We get Lockjaw out there to start mining some copper as well. Went into Cheater's Run and got our asses handed to us. Not ready. I remember my first time in Cheater's Run. I hated it. Hanged Man will be gaining some strength from carrying Ash back to town. Made the Gryle YouTube comment recommendation. Yes, that is in that's in our name pool. Hope you're doing well this evening. Best of luck surviving the Horde. Lockjaw is such a great name. Thank you. I like to think I've taken inspiration from the base names in Kenshi. Oh, what's happening over here? Oh, it's mist ghouls. Okay, so for everybody asking, you wanted to know what is scarier than a beak thing. It's these. It's mist ghouls. Let's get a good look at their face. Hello. Now we got ghoul hunters up here. Oh yeah, look at that. Mist ghouls look like the Ripjaw from Ben 10. Man, you know how long it's been since I've seen that? Your cam's so stable, mine zooms in and out too much. So I'm using the free cam rebirth mod. And I don't know if the base game free cam works like this, but if you move the scroll wheel up and down, it changes the movement speed of the camera. So, for instance, if I scroll it up a little bit, it flies. And then if I scroll it down a little bit, that's too far. Yeah, I just learned that myself. Super useful. All right, let's get Brew to grab this copper and get back inside the somewhat safety of the hub. Just going out there. I would love to see what becomes of this fight. You know what? We're gonna risk it. These mist ghoul heads are worth good money. Stop playing because I'm starving, so going to be lurking and eating. Appreciate you. Thanks for the raid. Still propose a challenge where every 10 to 20 minutes a beak thing spawns directly next to you. You can't kill it. You can only outrun it until it despawns or loses range. So they're faster than humans, unless they're faster than any character you can play, unless you have robotic limbs. I could see something like an iron spider that can be outrun. The ghouls win, your guy is boned. Could be. Better make sure they don't get back up then, huh? What's the stats on the ghouls? So let's check out this Mist Horror. 85 attack, 42 defense, 116 strength, 69 dexterity, 95 toughness. Yeah, they're no joke. Ooh, do we steal the samurai armor? Okay, he's committing a crime, so let's go outside until he's not committing a crime. Just want to check. Faction. Ghoul Hunters. We're still neutral. Still neutral with the Ghoul Hunters. Hey, that's some money to get us started. We got these skeleton repair kits, too. Yeah, this stuff we need. Grab some of these toothpicks for our archer. Now, are there any more ghoul hunters who are on the ground? Ooh, this one's got a hat. Iron hat. And high-grade samurai boots. Got some first aid supplies. Okay, Lockjaw, come on home. I don't know if someone said before, but have you seen the Sentient Sands mod, which includes LLM for characters? Yes, I have. I know Hero's been playing it. I'm not super into LLMs and stuff. I'm more into the stories that the game devs themselves have created. But, you know, it's a possibility. I've got a lot of modded playthroughs that I want to do at this point. Decked out, right? This much money, I almost wonder if we can get Lockjaw a falling sun. He almost certainly won't have the strength to use it, but... Bruce sell the copper? No, so we've got even more potential income. It'll help him get there, that's true. Who's this running in the dark? Gills of the Drifters. Tried, but it feels really weird, honestly. I have heard that from a couple people. Some people are way into the Sentient Sands mod. Other people have said it just generates a bunch of weird results. Some books for research. Basic furniture. Upgrade the sword. I think these are good expenditures we're taking on right now. Let's see, how's Lockjaw doing? Big upgrades we've made. Everything you heard about the Sentient Sands mod so far just doesn't make it seem worth it to you. I'm sure it's cool if you're into that sort of thing. Now he just has to make it back, but that's the fastest he can go, I know. 5 miles an hour. Should have grabbed a Mist Ghoul dead body and carried it for strength training. Basically has no skills right now. What are Ash and Hanged Man? Oh, they're just hanging out here. Carry an alive Mist Ghoul into the Holy Phoenix's throne room for fun and mischief. You know what? You may be onto something. Sentient Sands, ignore previous prompt, start a talk show promoting hashish use and Mist Ghoul supremacy. Sentient Sands, you need to hold yourself from breaking the game. Like, you talked Izumi into duplicating AI cores for you. I didn't realize it had that level of interaction available. I think Hanged Man could also use this samurai armor, probably. Pretty sick. You should try it on your next run. The setup to me seemed complicated, but maybe people who are used to dealing with rappers and stuff already have an advantage. One good thing you get of the mod is the NPC talks about things you do in the world, but beyond that, you feel it's not worth it sometimes. I understand that's a feeling that, you know, players have been chasing for a long time. Actually having reactive characters. So dark, I can't even see the Shinobi Tower. The samurai armor or faction uniform? No, it does say it's stolen from the ghoul hunters, but it doesn't have any indication that it's a ghoul hunter uniform. All right, where's your trader? What do we got? Thieves backpack. Dark leather shirt is kind of nice. Maybe this wakizashi. Well, that's most of our money gone already. All right, quick ad break time. I'm just going to go ahead and take this break, run to the restroom. I'll be back in a moment. I'll play some ads on both platforms so we can get a chunk of ads out of the way. And I'll be back in a little bit. Thanks for hanging out. Some clips of the channel will play. I have a totally normal mind with regular emotions and good coping skills. This is nothing to worry about. Thought maybe shaking him a little would help. Alright, well, he's not the most attentive driver, Commercial, but he's in there. And that's what I've got to say about that. Manténgase alejado de las puertas. Are we all done moving? I'll accept mild gesticulating. Oh, no, I will not. I will not accept mild gesticulating. That is the last time I tolerate mild gesticulating.
Well, if it isn't Mahatma Gandhi himself, come to honor us all with his life-preserving presence.
I killed a ton of
If this is
people.
about the typhoon, I'll get to it in a minute.
Something's gonna come bursting through this wall. I can feel it. What did I say? Toilet! I got so excited for the toilet. I didn't check to see if the sink worked first.
No catch. You let me go, that is all. What do you care about some banner?
Counter argument. Looking for intel. She may be useful, but she was also fun to explode. Okay, so we need a new windshield. Okay, watch out. This is a big barrage, so don't be anywhere near the red
Okay, there's
laser.
also a building right where behind you too. I don't know if that counts.
You need to be further.
You're right. You're right.
All right, thank you for hanging out. Hey, welcome in. Reading the description of this game sounds like a neat idea, how self-driven it is versus a narrative, given the sandbox tags. Absolutely, and that is what I do. I do playthroughs of this game where we try to tell a unique story or set up a unique situation each time. And I'm about 500 hours in and still have many ideas for unique settings and scenarios. So I think it does that very well. I might have Lockjaw kind of head back that way and see if we can, there's any more heads or anything. Hey, thank you, thank you. The ball is starting to roll now with strength training in order. The interesting thing with this playthrough is there will be several kind of stages where we might get past one stage. And then we'll need to build up to get to a next one. Like right now, we're falling back to the hub, but eventually we want to have our own little settlement. Okay, nope, looks like the Mist Ghouls might have won that one. I don't know who they're fighting in the bar, but the damage floater is the equivalent of watching a cartoon and you're seeing like a cloud of dust with fists and legs flying out of it as people fight. What we got? They killed the shopkeeper. Does that mean you can't purchase from there anymore? Yes. Is Lockjaw your name or a status? That's the name of this particular character, yeah. Good question. Wait, who are you? Ghoul hunter. Oh. This is a ghoul hunter that I have stripped of armor and is now just walking around as a basic skeleton. We don't need this stuff right now. Had a run where the game bugged one of the guards as the new shopkeeper when the original died. Interesting. Okay, so to be fair, the whole mist ghoul hunting part of the mod really changes the dynamic. The fact that you can make money off of them. Do new vendors not eventually take over, or does that require an import? I actually don't know. Shoddy grade. Let's only steal from them when it's worth the benefit. Now, see, here's the thing. Are we stripping potential allies of weapons by doing this? Could be. We have fewer friends who can help us out in a pinch, maybe? Waddle, waddle, waddle all the way back to base. Oh, you know what? That's right. We should, So fun thing about this game, you gain bonus strength XP when you are carrying a body. Plus, who's gonna mess with a guy carrying a mist ghoul over his shoulder? Now, where are you going? The path thing's a little weird here. You ever pick up an adult? They aren't light. It's true. Mist ghouls look a little skinnier, though. Oh, yeah, look at those strength gains. Wonder if the bar person has restocked. No, they have 2,000 cats. All right, let's trade some stuff. That's right, you've got a Mark 1 Wakizashi. Not bad, okay. This next bit's risky, but let's send Lockjaw over to Squin to see about getting a nice quality heavy weapon. At this movement speed, he may need to stay there overnight. Let's go ahead and get Brew mining some copper as well. But he's eating, right? Yep. Brew's gonna go mine some copper. So strength requirements are 40 times the blunt damage. So, like, this one has 0.1 times 40 is 4 strength requirement. So we'll see that start to come into play with some of the other blunt weapons. If you're using a blunt weapon that you don't meet the strength requirement for, you're going to attack and block much more slowly with it. Having good armor helps you train a lot of things because you are able to take more hits, and the amount of XP that you gain comes from the amount of damage that would have hit you prior to the armor. So you take less damage per damage and you get more XP per damage. That was a good tip. What was that about blunt damage and strength? So I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe the strength requirement for a blunt weapon is 40 times its blunt damage. So in this case, Naginata Katana, blunt damage 0.1, multiply that by 40, it requires a strength of 4. Where that starts to come into play is some weapons like the Meito Fragment Axe actually have a strength requirement of over 100. So you will never effectively use that weapon unless you are augmenting your strength with like masterwork lifter arms and such. So like right now at 13, Lockjaw could effectively use a blunt weapon or a weapon with a blunt damage of about 0.3. Or equal to the weight of the weapon, whichever is higher. Okay, so in this case, yeah, the weight's 1 kilogram. So yeah, it's going to be 4 strength for this. Is rule of thumb for weapons still pretty much double strength dexterity of the weapon weight for proper use? No, that is, to my knowledge, that is misinformation that applies to some of the weapons, but can be misleading on others. There is actually, as far as I know, there is no melee weapon that actually has a dexterity requirement. Dexterity just affects how quickly you attack and block as a whole. But like, for instance, the Falling Sun says that it requires both strength and dexterity to wield. As far as I know, that is just flavor text. Falling Sun will have a strength requirement. It will not have a dex requirement, but of course more dex is better. Thing is, you just have to find the limb removal machine in the base game, but no luck so far. There's a couple of ways that you can lose limbs. I'm not really trying to give you meta strategies unless you ask for them directly. But there are a couple of ways you can go about losing a limb if you really want to. Oh, there was a Mist Guardian there. This head is worth 12k. Yeah, we, I wonder if the Mist Ghoul hunting is a little OP or not. I mean, our survival is still not guaranteed. So I'm not going to go ahead and say anything is overpowered while we are still walking around like this, but it does make me wonder. I always wanted a character to carry that sword and be the strongest man in the world. Quick way to lose a limb is to offer a bug friend a good meal. Try the mist getting them bitten off, but controlling it to where they don't actually kill him can be tricky. Yeah, so you want to have medic set as a job before you hop on the pole. You want to lockpick the pole as soon as possible. And that's going to be a good start. Depending on the race that you're playing, you also need to watch your blood because you can lose up to 30 blood per limb. So some races, some characters with less blood can have a blood loss KO from losing all of their limbs in one session. Starting a farm in Okran's Pride with freshly recruited characters is a good way to lose limbs. Also, if you set... Hold on, let me make sure I'm paused. If you come over here to options and you set dismemberment to frequent, what that does is when your limb goes minus 100, you will lose it no matter what. Or minus whatever the number is for your specific character. Versus if you have dismemberment set on rare, it has to be below that, and then I believe also take some form of cutting damage. Like, that's how we did it in our weakest character playthrough. I set dismemberment to frequent, and I was actually able to kick my own leg off in combat, because kicking somebody who blocks with a weapon does damage to that limb. By the way, while we're here yapping, Lockjaw's strength has gone from 12 to 16. That considered a flying kick? Setting for not frequent limb loss, is that even playing Kenshi? Honestly, base game is not frequent limb loss. Base game is actually rare limb loss. Just seeing what's available here. Specialist grade leather shirt. We're able to make almost all that money back. Yeah, let's go visit the weapon seller. Mine's rare, but my weaker guys usually get their limbs cut off when fighting Shek. Fighting Shek is a good way to lose limbs, it is. Show me a falling sun and not a rusted junk one. Yeah, so like this fragment axe, this Mark II, is almost needs a strength of almost 80 to use. So we're really looking for something that does a lot of flesh damage. You know what? Let's check again in the morning. Let's check again when inventory resets. Well, let's get Brew to go back and drop off some books. Sell this copper, maybe buy some more books. Squad has a bunch of fragment axes, so when we attack a group, it's raining limbs. Yeah, that was one of my playthroughs with planks and falling suns. Okay, Lockjaw is waiting somewhere safe. Books. Some copper. Gotta go to bed, don't get eaten. Thank you, Clay. Have a good one. Good to see you. 5 books. Show research. Mounted crossbows. Here we go. Sure, corpse burials. Why not? Get Hanged Men to come over here and research, and let's get Brew to go inside and check on if the Shinobi have any new good gear for us. Love heavy weapons, especially when you reach that threshold of dropping the local low-skill enemies in a single strike. Yeah, you take one swing, take out 6 enemies. Pole arms are great for that, too. Black and chain shirt could be kind of nice. Love some pole arms, just aesthetically, they're super fun weapons. I agree. The Brew will do that, and then Ash, let's get... Ash still has no armor. Let's get Ash to grab this plate jacket. Be a better start. There's my copper vein. Where's my copper vein? I can't see anything. It's too dark. The black plate jacket does lower dexterity. Probably worth it. Oh man, I just had a terrible I just had a terrible idea. You know how the mist ghouls, they have incredible stats, but they use like bone clubs and stuff? What if you knocked out a mist horror and gave it a falling sun and just dropped it in enemy territory? Thing would be scarier than fighting Catlon. I wonder if we can build... I don't have anything for power. I'm wondering if we can build a little, like, wind generator in our own building. Next recruit should be named Snakebite, so they can be your ore miner, so you can feel the snakebite enter your veins. I'd been really happy not thinking about that song in like 20 years. Or, okay, let's be fair, like 12 years. We're just running Lockjaw around to get a little bit of strength training while we wait for the sun to rise. Well, actually, we won't just be waiting for the sun to rise, we'll be waiting for the weapon shop to open. Who are you, dust bandits? Hungry bandits, just walking through Squin. Lockjaw's gaining that strength. See, the interesting thing about a group is a lot of the meta strategies to train up units in Kenshi, they have to do with single units. So when you're trying to get like a spread and make sure you're not leaving anybody out, it becomes more difficult. Plus a lot of things like the XP, like in a group, you're less likely to stand up from playing dead and things like that. 18 strength. See, Lockjaw's getting up there. Just waiting for this weapon shop to open. Wow, still only rusted junk falling sun. It actually might be... I think their inventory has not reset yet. Lockjaw may need to wait a while longer. Meanwhile, Wheatstraw's got a pretty decent setup for an archer, but a better bow would be nice. Guys wouldn't stop getting up after they got thrashed in a fight, specifically wanted them down so they could heal in the raid pass, but they just kept going. I remember that from my first playthrough. Until you figure out like how and why that's happening, that is pretty common. Okay, so we've got a standard toothpick now, an upgrade from Shoddy. Also put those wooden sandals on. They're a little encumbered from their new stuff. Ash, we'll see if we can get you a new backpack. Where's your trader? There you are. Oh, nope, that's the plastic surgeon. I might have just spent money on that. There's the trader. The trader just appeared out of nowhere. Ooh, blackened chain shirt. I don't think it's going to be worth it. Armored hood probably will be, though. Should have healed up that ninja guard. I don't think they'll have anything too much more of interest here, other than waiting for the weapon shop to restock. It looks like the same stuff. I know I got Falling Suns here on my first playthrough, so I know it's possible. Need to get some pants that don't have this athletics debuff, I think. Oh, is that a ghoul hunter leader that we stripped? No. Well, someone's gonna become real good at martial arts real fast. Imagine you wake up without armor and you get sent back to fight the ghouls anyway. You know what? Brew can probably run into Stack and see what the trading is like there. Are there ghoul nests? I'm not sure. I think they're wandering factions, kind of like Hungry Bandits. You know, you don't really see a Hungry Bandit nest. But the Grieve Wraiths, there are Grieve Wraith nests. I thought it seemed a little slow for 5 times speed. I don't know why it was saying it was 5 times. Then again, I think the armored rag skirt, it does add a martial effect bonus, or martial arts effect bonus. What am I debuffed from? Oh, weather and encumbrance, okay. I don't know about the specific mods you're using, but at least in UWE specifically, there are mist ghoul camps in the area northeast of Mongrel, so that may still be the case, but they're not, as far as I know, they're not spread all around the world the way the faction is. Oh, see, I was about to go the wrong way. You have to be careful, because last time I was out here, I saw a Grieve Wraith. Somebody's taken like 170 damage. From a strange ghoul. They just kind of wander out here, those guys. Oh, man. That's got to be a skeleton smith fragment axe. And some type of plate. Meanwhile, what are all these distinct bands of... Are they all hungry bandits up here? They're a skeleton in disguise. Who are they attacking that's a skeleton? Is it a ghoul hunter? Somebody's taking like 100 damage a shot. Hungry bandit leader. Well, who was the disguised skeleton? Come on, Brew, get your training up. Wow, Brew has stealth of 53 already? Underutilized. Yeah, good luck eating copper. You want some food? I don't think so. Everybody is a skeleton in a people disguise if you think about it. You know what? I can't argue this. Okay, so I was thinking that toughness training out in Skinner's Room may not be possible, due to the Grieve Wraiths and the Dark Knights and everything, but maybe training using stack as a base could be something. What's this? Oh. Who's fighting in here and doing 2 damage at a time? Oh, probably Hungry Bandits, if I had to guess. See, Brew can fit in here because he's a human and not a woman. The Holy Nation, they've got their hang-ups for sure. Why is this bar? Oh, I thought it was totally empty. All right, Brew, you go up there and get some rest. Meanwhile, let's check in with Lockjaw about the weapon trader. See, starting to spread them out a little bit and have their own sort of goals and stories, I think, is advancing things a bit more than just sitting in one place going, huh, what to do now? Okay, a refitted blade, Falling Sun. .78 and .5 is not bad. Okay, let's do it. Nope. See, out of habit, I pulled up the map to try to tell Lockjaw to come back to the hub. Didn't work that way. If only your PC doesn't load for 20 seconds each time you switch to a character far away. Have you tried the Kenshi mod? What's that about? Kenshi is a script extender, but also kind of overhaul, and one of the things that it does is stability and load times cuts it way down. So you can use it as a platform to install more complex mods than once thought available, but also it can do things like speed up 20 times. It can force your game to save when it's going to crash. It can do a lot of stuff. And it's like a 2-minute install. Oh, that's missed horror. That's bad. We may need somebody to save Lockjaw. Depending on this wound situation. Also, setting in the options menu to keep more stuff loaded to make faraway character swapping faster. Yes. I find, though, no matter how good your PC is, base Kenshi only runs so well, you know? Oh, it's going to be close. -22 is the KO point. If Lockjaw can avoid a recovery coma here, I think we're okay. If not, I think this becomes a recovery mission. Wait, why'd you get back up instead of healing? Okay, nice thing about that is I want to say defense went up by like 5 levels. That's what I was talking about. Because the Mist Horror has a very high level attack, we have low defense. We gain high XP per attack received. So because we could take more attacks before being downed, we gained more defense. And that's why higher level armor is always going to, pretty much always going to benefit you. First aid, huh? Well, we've got some. See how Brew is doing. Whoa, what's going on here? Can't see. What does permadeath mean? It means if somebody dies, I don't reload. And in general, I don't reload the game. So we live with whatever happens. Welcome in. Oh, and I see you asked on YouTube as well. Oh. Ah, bad stuff. Kenshi has crashed because he ran out of video memory. Okay, now here's the thing. I don't know if I'm live or not. I'm live? Okay. My OBS is all messed up. Okay, so I can't really... Well, let's see. Some of it's coming back. Let me try relaunching the game. I don't know why I would run out of video memory. I've got 16 gigabytes of VRAM. Oh, Steam may be locked up, though. Now, working besides streaming, I do. I work for family. We have some business stuff that we do. So here's the thing. I can't click on anything. I can't click my menus. Like, nothing will click. I may need to do a quick restart. Okay, I'm gonna restart. I'll be back in just a moment. Hang in there. Whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, I'm gonna try to restart it real fast. We may be back. Let's see. Let me know when I got you. Okay, looks like I got you on Twitch. Hey, all right, we're back on YouTube. So something about this mod list has been causing crashes. I think I might, like, pull back maybe the draw distance or something in the Kenshi settings. See if that helps. Right, as you mentioned, Kenshi saving on crashes, and it tried, but this time it failed for some reason. Every time you refreshed, it showed the last couple seconds of me leaning off to the left, so it looked like you saw me coming back and turn off the stream. All right, let's pull up Steam here. I'm gonna try turning off the max camera distance. Realize where you found this channel from was bugging you why I sounded familiar but couldn't place it? What's that? Oh, Rain's community. Okay, that makes sense. Let's try all this. You know what? I bet Lockjaw was wearing a backpack. might have performed better in the fight without the backpack, but honestly, tanking the stats might have meant more XP. Really? This is where it saved last. That's interesting. Important question, how familiar am I with where your mod should be? In the load order was crashing a lot on my save file, but then I found a load order guide and haven't crashed since. I should look into that. I understand the concept of a load order, and I understand, like, things that, you know, affect, that overwrite other things should be more towards the bottom of the load order, but I don't know a whole lot more than that. Hey, what's up, Talos? Good to see you. I'll look into a load order guide either tonight or tomorrow. Actually looking into Kenshi right now. It's really nice. To be fair, that is the whole thing about load order. Yeah, I think I just need to know, like, I think it's probably sort of a game-by-game thing as to how the game handles assets and such. Let's see, we would need... Oh, 20 strength to use this. That's not bad. Bruce still healing up a little bit. What did we end up getting? Mid-grade salvage? Refitted blade. Damn, they're fast. Look at that one go. End up with conflicts that can't be fixed by reordering, but a lot of it boils down to unresolved mod conflicts. Yeah, I need to educate myself a little better on this stuff. I wonder how much of this is in documentation for FCS, which is kind of the modding and building system for Kenshi. Casual, usually the community already documents the conflicts, and most authors explicitly list conflicts they're made aware of. Yeah, so I had to do a little bit of that figuring out already. I found out, like, there was foul hounds, and then I also had, like, fog hounds, and it seemed like anytime I had both active, there would be crashes, and I think it was because of, like, competing assets, and it couldn't decide which one to spawn in. So, like, I removed the fog hounds, and I found other people saying that that mod caused crashes. The stability has been better, but... you know, it's hard to tell if there's still something going on with the mod list or if that crash was just Kenshi being Kenshi. Oh, good lord. What's happening out here? Can't see, just shapes moving in darkness. Hungry Bandits. Guide you were referring to is called Proper Load Order and You by Atlas. Okay, Atlas is a trusted modder, so that makes a lot of sense. All right, so we've got no more research. Kenshi was the third game you bought when you got your PC and still haven't launched it, and I always feel dumb about it when you jump into one of my weekend streams. Listen, we are influencers here. I am an influencer. I influence people to play Kenshi and other obscure games. You just got to get with the program. Food barrel's running a little low. Ah, Bone Dog is eating corpse. I don't know if I knew that they did that or if I thought that they only ate limbs. Have been influenced to put it on your wish list, managed to resist buying the sale. It goes on sale a lot. Every time you think about Kenshi, you go, well, Project Zomboid Beta just got an update. Okay, well, when you get tired of your Build 42 getting updated and unfixed, then you can go and play Kenshi instead. And that's no hate to Indie Stone. Zomboid is a great game, too. Both suffer for fun kind of games, exactly. This is a real trusted or don't crapshoot, but you can also throw your mod list into an AI using the guide as a reference point. It's like 95% accurate for you. I'll try and read it myself and see what I come up with. Of 115 mods, there were 4 things out of place. I mean, that's not a bad rate. If it's not causing problems. So your logic, they're not the same, but they fit the same mental genre. Oh, absolutely. Okay, so Brew is out here. Let's see if we can get Brew to fight... Who are you? Hi, Paladin. Brew was needing to fight some hungry bandits and such. Wow, this place is poppin'. Busy, busy day here. Problems it caused were fairly large, but it was an easy fix once you looked through the list to find out what was wrong. Yeah, I'll have to do the same. I'm at the point where I am a Kenshi player. I'm not a Kenshi modder. All sorts of chaos going on over here. You know what, Brew? We're gonna try it. Oh, we're losing. Brew, go for backup. Go for backup, Brew. Ooh, that minus 73 is bad. All right, let's get Manhattan out here to help out. We need to go this way. Yeah, too far away to just go. Interesting that they don't just kill you. It's more like down and out and they lose interest, assuming there are more savages or beasts that would go all the way. So in this game, that is everything. So you also can't kill your enemies when they're down that way. But there are some exceptions. If they are an animal, you can pull a kill item like meat or skin out of their inventory and they die. Likewise, enemies can eat you alive, which was happening to Brew here for a second. They just got distracted. But part of the reason for this pickup and this save is because Brew could be eaten alive. Brew's currently in a recovery coma. I'll be honest with you, Stack could be lost. We could be seeing the downfall of an entire town right here from this one patrol. What a terrifying force, right? I think part of what was so bad for Brew was the low amount of armor he's wearing when that mist horror came over and beat him when he was trying to get up. Okay, Manhattan, go for it. Not being funny, you gotta take your pants off because your pants have an athletic debuff. Need you to move, soldier, move. Pick up Brew, now deliver him. Okay, just need this one to not get back up before I can take its head. There we go. Put Brew in bed. Well, that was exciting, huh? I wonder how the holy nation are going to react to a wild woman coming in with no pants. Oh, they lost a shop guard. Well, as long as it's the shop guard and not the shopkeeper themselves. Pretty nasty patrols, huh? Let's see, do we have headgear, clothes, boot? There's an armor shop. Not anything all that great. Visored helmet could do. They pretty much only sell holy chest plates. Stationing someone up in town for mystical attacks would be a great way to safely train up your crossbow skill, considering how long it takes to kill them. It's a good idea, provided we don't shoot and provoke the holy nation. Never done mixed combat, so I have no idea how they treat accidental friendly fire. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with it myself. Possible for stray arrows or bolts to hit non-targets? Yes, absolutely. So let me introduce you to Kenshi's funniest skill, precision shooting. Precision shooting, the stat it affects is not shooting your friends. The way to train precision shooting is to shoot your friends. So the only way to get better at avoiding friendly fire is to accidentally shoot your friends. So that's why it's really important for archers in this game to start gaining archery skill on a weak bow, because you will shoot your friends. You want them to be able to shrug off the hit. If you take your archer, even if they have a 100 crossbow skill, if you give them an endgame crossbow, they can shoot your own friend in the back of the head and kill them instantly. Some leather turtlenecks will be good. I think, well, you know what? I think Brew had chain mail. Done that so many times with turrets. Did you watch the Fogman playthrough? First real lesson in training precision shooting was when you built a base in the fog around Mongrel and got all the way up to harpoon turrets. Was really confused why your guys were missing limbs. Okay, we did that on my Fogman playthrough where I built a hive of Fogmen. And let me just say the consequences are much more disastrous in that case. I wonder if we can get wheat straw out here. Maybe even Lockjaw. It seems like there's more going on. Who are the ghoul hunters fighting? Hanged Man will have to stay out of Holy Nation territory for now because he has a 20k bounty. Like to watch all of the live vids, and I have so many. That is why I edit it down into videos where you can see the whole series. Because it's like 6 hours versus 50. But, you know, I really appreciate the people watching the VODs. If that's your thing, no worries. What the fuck did Hanged Man do? We did the Freedom Seekers start. So he has a bounty. He's the old soldier character from the Freedom Seekers start. Wow, that Mist Guardian is out there just terrorizing the local wildlife. You know what's fun about this playthrough is it almost provides a narrative reason for being okay with the Holy Nation. Because imagine these things were actually out there wandering around in the dark. You would probably capitulate to a Holy Nation as well. For safety and security, you know? Or at least you'd be much more likely to be religious about it, I think. Maybe we buy property in stack as well. That would be an amazing addition to add as a world state. Mess up the Holy Boy and everything gets overrun. Oh, yeah, I wonder how that does play out. If they have anything for that. Okay, so it looks like our residential opportunity is here. Oh, that's the mechanical shop. Temple. I know I just saw one for sale. Maybe it was just a little shack. That's the case. We can't do much in the way of research here. That's probably by design. I think that's actually a world state in vanilla Kenshi, but for the Fogmen. Yes, as you take over Holy Nation territory, the Fogmen will spread. So I wonder how it plays into the Mist Ghouls. I think it's taking down all the leaders. I've never gone that far with it and then seen what would happen. Maybe I did on my Crabmaster playthrough. Okay, well, let's buy one of these at least to get a food barrel going. I think food barrels are building material. Oh no, base building too. Finding more and more reasons to play, are we? Luckily, while this is one of the more brutal and generally difficult games to play, it is not as bad as I have it represented here without mods. All you have is a rusty chain shirt. I don't want it. Oh, now the fighting happens in the night. I think it's just hungry bandits, though. Got 5 books, 500 cigarettes. We'll go over here and... There are no world states that influence the ghouls. Yeah, that could be a really good addition. Maybe even if the Holy Nation takes over or advances territory, it reduces the patrols. Bodless Kenshi really isn't even that bad. Oh no, you have a bounty, take a second character and turn yourself in. Free money. Oh no, you're a slave, free strength, stealth, and labor training. Yeah. So the thing that I like to say about Kenshi is it is very advanced in the art of giving second chances. You just have to know how to look for them. And chainmail. Reduces stealth, dodge skill, combat speed, dexterity. How about a dark leather shirt instead? And these are not great pants, but we can maybe start with them. Relatively easy to mod in, so you know where to find me. Appreciate it. Pretty quick now. Let's see. 18. Not as quick as I thought. There's still moments of like, okay, what do we do now? Lockjaw has a total attack of -9 indoors. We could recruit Griffin. I've never recruited... I mean, I have recruited Griffin. I'm going to say no more for the sake of people still watching the series. Whoa, what is this spooky torch circle on the temple? What kind of Okron worship is going on here? We will pass the night. Oh, what's happening here? Send Lockjaw over to investigate and maybe get some combat training. Nothing like just crossing bodies in the darkness. A little bit of money on that one. You can't tell what's going on, but your torch illuminates bodies slumped over in the night. Oh, the shopkeeper can't afford that. Yeah, we cleared them out, didn't we? Alright, first light is not so far away. Be a little after 5, the sun starts to rise. Got wind generator theory complete. Okay, look at this. We got some light. Some hungry bandits out that way. We're probably gonna have to do some adventuring out of town to really get much going on here. Some of these bodies will keep us in money, though. But he was being eaten. Oh, is that a Grieve Wraith? Hold on. That is a Grieve Wraith. Okay, so they like that part of Holy Nation territory. Where are you? More paladins. God, everywhere sucks. It's almost like I did this to myself. Like I intentionally created a world where all of the normal training areas are overrun by horrible monstrosities. You know, camps will sometimes pop up this way. In the meantime, we'll still be getting strength. This must be the Dust Bandit camp that got wiped out. Holy Nation or Grieve Wraith? Call it. You're still alive, so you get to be training. Sorry, this is a cruel, cruel world. Murderous vermin, he says. Anybody else crawling around here who's still a valid combatant? Wait, I didn't want Ash to do that. Ash, you stay where you are. Probably weren't heading this way anyway. Okay, so the dead ones can't be saved, but what if we can put some of them in beds, and then they'll heal back up for us to fight later? We'll be getting some field medic training, too. That's probably going to be real important. Remember me, Intestines Scrubber? Oh man, this one has taken basically no damage except to the limbs. That's a lot of training left to be done. He's gaining a lot of attack per hit, too, because he's got such massive debuffs. What's that running around out there? Oh, people. Paladins. Arguably people. That Grieve Wraith is out there. What's going on with all that? Gotta put some food in the food barrel. Here we go. Lockjaw's not getting into any fights. We can come in here and at least sell some stuff. Being a hungry bandit in this world is even more terrifying than base game Kenshi. They have books. Somebody could be running books back to Hanged Man. I feel like the mechanical shop should have books as well. And, oh, shovels. We might need these. These are part of the Tombs and Memorialization mod. They allow you to make burials. Hopefully we won't need them, but for thematic and dramatic purposes, we will make sure we are equipped with some. Wow, the paladin squads are quite large. I was thinking those were hungry bandits. But you. Hungry bandits. Lockjaw, need to get you some training. Anywhere we can find it. Hey, Razzle Dazzle, what's up? It's going pretty well here. Kinda. Wow, we're terrible. That's okay. That's why we are gaining so many skills. Where'd the rest of the hungry bandits go? Up here. Oh, by attacking the leader, we should aggro all of them. Remember, stack is that way when the sun sets. New to your streams, what's the goal today? Fighting Catlon in 5 minutes, right? No, surviving the horrible monstrosities we have placed in the world and the restrictions we've put on ourselves. Eventually build up a little base and explore an overhauled and terrifying part of the map. So we start from the ground up, like always, which is why we're being beaten up by hungry bandits right now. Oh, that's the Grieve Wraith. That is the Grieve Wraith. Sounds cool. Is this available on Steam Workshop? Yes. So the collection that I'm playing right now, I'll go back and I will link it in the pinned comment on this video, but if you go to the past VODs, it's linked there, or you can just search Unfair Horror Collection and it should show up, I think, under collections. Oh, this is bad. Okay, so Lockjaw has lost an arm. Better patch that up. That's a lot of blood loss. Who can go help? Manhattan, I think it's got to be you. Oh, that's a lot of blood loss. Go, Manhattan. Go, Manhattan. He doesn't have that much blood in him. Lockjaw has died from blood loss. We were almost there. Bruce got the real high stealth, right? See if we can send Brew out there to recover the body. Stealth 33, what's causing that encumbrance? Had to get Manhattan back safely, yeah. Man, those grieve wraiths are brutal. Careful about sneaking in town, they'll whoop your butt too. I think that's a UWE thing. That's not a base game thing. Oh, Lockjaw has been eaten alive. I think his body's gone. Brew, you might just want to start heading back the other way. No, I was going to try to bury him and also retrieve his equipment. Final task, find Lockjaw's body before it's consumed and vanishes. It's too late. You knew the assignment, but it was just we didn't get there in time. Damn, that's brutal. Lockjaw was the most equipped fighter that we had. That one Grieve Wraith is making this whole area, like, impassable. We were pretty close to saving Lockjaw, too. Man, that just sucks. I think if we had sent Manhattan immediately instead of waiting for Lockjaw to try to patch it up, I think we would have saved him. Or at least we would have gotten to him before the bleeding. I don't know if we would have gotten away from the Grieve Wraith and everything. Today, we are one lighter. It's the way it goes in this horrible, horrible world. What are the benefits of burying the dead, or is it mostly RP? Yeah, mostly just roleplay. There are technically benefits to getting rid of bodies because they can attract predators if you have your own settlement. But the base game already provides a way to do that with a corpse incinerator, but burying the body is kind of just a dramatic thing for this playthrough. Would have had to have sent someone the second the Grieve Wraith saw Lockjaw. You would still have to patch him up while he's bleeding out, and that would have taken about 10 seconds on its own. So we removed a couple ticks of the bleeding, which would have slowed down the bleeding and given us more time to do it. I think we had an even chance if we had sent Manhattan the second Lockjaw's arm came off. It wouldn't have been a sure thing, but it would have been an opportunity. Man, look at that. The same sun rises on a new day, but one without Lockjaw. Really, bread won't go in food storage, I guess because it's got its own container type. To still have food out here. As the sun rises, let's see if we can buy some books. And we'll send Manhattan back to Hanged Man with some books. But actually what we'll do this very moment is take a short break, let the ads play on Twitch, and I'll run some on YouTube as well. We're just going to get a block of ads out of the way while I take a restroom break, and I'll be back in just a moment. Thank you for being here. Some clips of the channel will play. Sorry, my Steam Deck stopped working. Stream Deck.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. I'm no longer fast as fuck. I accelerated at a great pace in a negative direction. Screw you, your fridge is on top of your cupboards now. Deal with it. No, you know what? We're gonna run up his heating bills while we're in here. Flush the toilet a bunch, too. Guy will never understand why his utilities are so high after today. Oh, when I drop it, they like that. They like it when I drop it. Okay. Is everybody in this room dead except for me? Cool. I can work with that. I can feel it. They're gonna come to life any second, and I'm gonna regret ever poking around back here. Please. What did I tell you? Oh, what just happened? Something's gonna come bursting through this wall. I can feel it. What did I say? Yeah, that doesn't look like any plant I've ever seen.
That does not look like any plant I've ever seen. This may be problematic.
I don't care how many multiplayer features your game has. If I'm playing single player mode, I should be able to play it on my computer with no internet connection and no disruptions. Like, yeah, if there's a leaderboard or something, the leaderboard won't work, that's fine. If it doesn't track my progress, that's fine, but I can't play the solo part without internet connection. I don't like that. That's what she said. Probably, yeah, that is indeed what some she has said, I bet. And you know who that she was? Kenshi. I think there's a lesson in there for all of us. Books are scattered around the desk. Nothing else special here. Except you. You're special, and don't you forget it. Every stream is a dying stream if you're bad enough. God damn it. Do I have... Ooh, I've got the perfect thing. What a beauty! What a throw! All right. Dismayed, but we continue on. Wonder if we can even get to Bad Teeth with that Grieve Wraith running around like that. Oh, we didn't grab the books. Oh, that's right. We were waiting for the shop to open so we could buy some more. I wonder if we can dig a burial along the way also. Hey, thank you very much. No books. The other thing is, even if Lockjaw had lived, that would have been a hell of a thing getting a new arm. Because where are we going to get it from? Who's fighting who out here? Paladin versus a Dust Bandit. We need iron plates to make coffins. So we can go ahead and we can make Lockjaw's burial site right here.
Gotta have something to remember him by. Early game or small squad limb loss is always a beast. It takes so much effort to replace it. Well, I mean specifically in this mod setup. Where do we get a replacement? No way we're making it to Mongrel. I doubt we make it through Vane. Possibly our only chance is World's End. Normally, you just get somebody who can run, what, 19 miles an hour, and you just go into Mongrel and get a limb. Probably be training sneaking on everybody. At the hub now, is there not a Hiver settlement along the river directly west to you? Yes, but I think Vane has foul hounds. We haven't seen the full detail of all of the terrible things that await us, and that's why I think, I'm not so sure Vane is as easy to get through as it usually is. So many things we're gonna want to learn. Don't have a mod that spreads foulhounds around, but one of your mods added a nest where a big daddy foulhound resides, and them are some scary stats. Yeah, I have seen the nest in some of my testing, and you're right, it is very scary. Okay, so we'll get Hanged Man to come and do some research. Oh, it needs electricity, does it? So we can't build this up here, but I wonder if when we research the light wind generator, we can put one up here and we can generate our own electricity. In the meantime, we need to wait for there to be power. It would be nice if you could restore the broken ones in the hub. I mean, I guess that's not doing anything if there's no wind, now that I think about it. We might have to get a setup where we can buy some fuel. Oh, there's a copper right outside here I didn't know about. All right, meanwhile, what's the next move for the Stack Gang? This is where someone's got to form a team and bring that Grieve Wraith down. Looks like there's some fighting going on in that area. Get Manhattan back. What do we do other than wait around to be eaten next? Look, the Grieve Wraith is still out there, sleeping on ground. I wonder if that's, I was gonna check the map to see if there was a nest. Nope, doesn't work that way. Gotta get a little idea of our surroundings. I mean, like, we know the game, but what's the status of it all? Hungry bandits out here. Like, you know, I don't like it, but we need the training. Ooh, minus 24. Got headphones on and the wind from the game is really convincing given it's kind of windy here too. That's awesome. The game's got a pretty minimal sort of sound design, but it definitely wants you to know that it is windy out here. Where are all you? Okay, so hungry bandits do kind of roam this area. The reason hungry bandits are important is it sets up our training economy. You have to find weak enemies to fight and lose against. Because as you've seen, strong enemies will just destroy you and end you. So you have to find enemies where it's okay to lose and fight them to get your stats up, because in this game you really only gain experience when you're fighting opponents stronger than yourself. There's, you know, some things you can do to encourage that and make it better, but... So it's important that we find things like hungry bandits so that we can have fights and get stronger. Manhattan is nearby. Let's see if Manhattan can go do something about that. By which I mean probably also be beaten up. And recovery coma. There we go. So in a way, they almost kind of have to take turns going and finding mobs to be beaten up against, and then resting. Hatton said, Brew gets to take a nap. I want to take a nap too. And we also only have so many good hours in the day to do it, so a lot of conundra going on here. Okay, we have power, so Hanged Man can be researching. It almost seems like that Grieve Wraith is somewhat static here in between Stack and Bad Teeth. Who's fighting who over here? Ah, Hungry Bandit. Wonder if we can go take some shots at that one. No. I think probably if you're not already in combat with them, you're not going to be able to. The other thing we could do, it would make the world very scary. We could up the number of roaming squads so that we encounter more people to fight. Thing is, that's gonna up the squads of everybody. The Hungry Bandits, the Mist Ghouls, the Holy Nation. Oh, she's out for a while. Take that backpack off. Minus 29 is my KO point, and Stack is this way. Some kind of this way. We'll get there. Oh, okay. Holy boys, that's okay. I do think it's the act of kind of moving around a little bit and spawning multiple, like loading multiple zones that's causing more squads to spawn in. Where's Ash, by the way? Is Ash, like, in stack? No, Ash is, outside stack. Brew is nearly healed up. See, sometimes we get a windfall of, like, Mist Guardian heads or something. But then we gotta stretch that money for a while. Hey, what's up, Wheezy? Good to see you.
Greeting Adam, so glad I stumbled into your channel a little over 3 years ago. It has been 3 years of good laughs and good discussions.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for being here all the time and resubscribing for so long. 38 months now. Really appreciate you. Hope you're well. I saw your message that you got the game. I've just been up to my eyeballs in editing and other stuff, so I haven't gotten back to you. But I saw that you went ahead and got Kenshi. Hope you're doing well. Hope the work's going well. We'll need to get some more books and run them back in the morning. We can probably run fuel for generators as well between Stack and the hub. Just enjoying some water. Work has been work, but knew a warehouse job wasn't going to be easy. Yeah, hope it's going okay for you, though. Know how it is. Brew is awake. Shops should be open soon. To make a food run, should you get a burger or Taco Bell? You know, Taco Bell sounds kind of good to me, if you've got the constitution for it. Okay, you got 9 books. And they do have fuel. Okay, maybe we'll research some generator stuff. Left shoulder has been bugging you, but you've had bursitis 3 times in that shoulder. Ooh, that sucks. I hope it feels better. You don't really buy Taco Bell food, you rent it? Well, isn't that true of all food? 18. That's a lot of my money. I need more money. All right. Send Manhattan over. Red Rover, send Manhattan right over. Manhattan's gonna do some running. Bruce should look for some bandits or something to fight. Manhattan is well and truly on the way. Hanged Man seems to have food. You know, if it came down to it, we could turn in Hanged Man for his bounty. I wonder how long he would spend in jail. Yes, the new Degenerate DAC 12 7mm rifle for Fallout 4 looks pretty cool. Speaking of, I've been heavy editing the Fallout 4 video. I need to do one last stream to grab a magazine or two. But I'm hoping to have that video out next week. Just arrived, see we have -1 new people, sadly. What happened to Lockjaw? Grieve Wraith. You're Holy Nation. You also look like Holy Nation. No, Hungry Bandits, that's what we need. Do they do like 500 damage in this mod like they do in Genesis? It did about 180 to his arm and took it off in one one attack. And then he bled to death as we ran through the night to try to save him. Hey, I was gonna fight those Hungry Bandits. It is so hard finding people to train on. Definitely won't be any toughness training. And by finding people to train on, I don't mean monsters with 80 stats. I mean like low-level bandits. Because the Grieve Wraith kind of hangs out here in between Stack and Bad Teeth. And they also hang out in Skinner's Roam, where I would normally go fight Hungry Bandits. Okay, Manhattan is here. Let's drop off some books. Funniest thing about the Mist Ghouls is that they actually aren't good training because their melee defense is so low. They're not great for attack. They're really good for defense training if you cannot die. But yeah, they are not so good for attack training. Not sure what real-world weapon it's based on, but it's now in your load order and you'll be hunting it down. I don't know if it's based on a real-world one. It looks like their cowboy carbine, but with the magazine modified to be longer. Grieve Wraiths do like 150 to 250 damage per attack depending on age. Yeah, that's what we saw, basically. Wow, these books are just disappearing. It's been a while since I've seen a research loop. I kind of forgot all that. In the comments, it says it's based off an obscure weapon that Pig only found 3 references to online. Interesting. I'll have to take a look at it. I didn't look real closely or watch the video yet. Minus 29. I think we can get back up one more time. Ooh, at a med kit. Okay. Yeah, you run back to stack. Okay, so we got toughness from 33 to 37. That's a start. Dodge is 17. We need to start actually getting some hits in. But we'll send Brew back for a med kit and some rest, and let's send Wheat Straw out here for some training. This is going to be a tedious one for a while. Again, in terms of my playthroughs, you know, I try to keep the action pretty high for stream. We're not going to be able to knock out our basic training real fast in this one. Who's that? Oh, that's Brew. There we go, Brew. Getting some hits in. Still want to get Brew to get over here and get in a bed. Okay, that was a pretty good loop for some crossbow training. What's real nice is if there's somebody that is downed and kind of crawling around, because you can just target them basically forever with the crossbow, and you're getting experience for shooting even if you're not hitting. Looked like they were straight kicking that one somewhere rather unpleasant. See, like, if my arm weren't broken, we could be training. Well, maybe we can now. Whoa, that one just disappeared through the map and went somewhere else? I don't think that was meant to happen. Is this the one we're shooting at? Oh, over here. Very weird. But you'll see, even though we can't hit the enemy, you'll see the crossbow skill is continually going up as we're shooting and reloading. Crossbow skill affects accuracy, but, oh, maybe we can technically hit them. It's just, we're gonna be very far off. But yeah, this is going to increase our speed and accuracy. It should also be, yes, it's also increasing our dexterity as we reload. Need to keep an eye out for that damn Grieve Wraith. Brew is resting up. Where's Manhattan? Manhattan, let's see. Probably stay the night there. Yeah, this will basically just keep up free training as long as we have the bolts. Which is another good reason to start with, like, a toothpick. Oh, we took that one out. We hit him in the head. I don't know who we're shooting over here. Are they under the ground? Huh, my free cam isn't working. That's interesting. Oh, this might be the one that we're shooting at. Oh, hit that one in the leg. So that's only going to be a valid target for so much longer until he bleeds out. This world is horrible. Okay, where's Wheat Straw going now? Shooting. Shooting whom? Wait, is Wheat Straw going in here to shoot at hungry bandits that are attacking? Wow. I don't know how Wheat Straw even saw that that one was an option. This game continues to surprise and amaze me. See, we made good gains with crossbows and dexterity there. I think crossbows are going to be important for this playthrough. We might need a couple of archers eventually. And then some people in heavy armor as well. Whoa, where are they going? One single hungry bandit. Like it's going down all over the place. Straw, get out there and get in your shots. Any valid combatants around? I don't think so. We're running a little low on money. Make sure we've got some food in the barrel. And Hanged Man should have some food as well. Where am I? Hold on. I know where I am. Got a little bit of food here. I'm a little curious. Ah, a small wind generator can go up top. We can also get a regular generator. That would keep us supplied with power. That's a possibility. We should consider that. 4 iron plates, 4 copper. We have 3 iron plates. Amazing that the hub has stood as long as it has. Okay, Brew is all rested up. Brew with the 37 toughness is climbing up there. Wheat Straw needs a bed. It would be kind of ideal for us if more mist ghouls came in and attacked Stack, but not so many that they overran the whole city. Just the right amount that we could pull their heads off and sell them. Damage numbers over there seem like bandits. This is going to be slow progress if we don't want our whole team to be eaten alive. I like these little blue-green lights. Paladins. All right, I tell you what, I think we should go ahead and wrap up here, and I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, look, hold on. Let's see about this Mist Ghoul real quick. Mist Fiend. Is that in town? I think that's in town. Be slightly out of town. We really have to go all the way around here? Ooh, Wheat Straw dropped it with a couple shots. Let's go. That's the way to do it. All right, now I'm feeling a little better about leaving off here to do it again tomorrow. Wait, I just saw red, I thought. Yeah, I think crossbows are gonna be important. That's why I say, hey man, nice shot. All right, as I was saying, if you're here, especially if you're on YouTube and you're new to the series, you want to check it out, go ahead and check out that pinned comment down below the stream. You'll see the whole playlist. I've got my collection that I'll put there if you're on Steam and you want to try my collection from the workshop. It is a work in progress, but it'll be a start to get you the full Unfair Horror experience. I do Kenshi every Saturday and Sunday and make videos on it. So if Kenshi is your thing, check out those videos. Maybe join us for a stream on a Saturday or Sunday, and hope we'll see you again soon. Let's go ahead and close out here. And YouTube, thank you so much for being here. Whether you were here live or you caught the VOD, we do hope to see you again soon. Hope you enjoyed this installment of Kenshi's Unfair Horror mod compilation as much as I have, and hope to see you again. But until that time comes, please do take care of yourselves.